Hey guys, welcome back to Pixel Rich Games. In this episode of Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, we'll have a look at all the abilities of our Goron Bro Yunobo and see how special and unique he is compared to other champions. Before anything else, shout out to Felipe Bauer. Hope you like this guide, man. Like in our other guides, let's begin by checking out his information panel. We have two types of attack in Age of Calamity. Y for regular attacks and X for strong attacks. The arrows that we see here show us different pattern options so we can choose from to chain as combos. We'll talk more about this a bit later. Let's start with the basics first, so let's see how Yunobo's 7 consecutive regular attacks look like. Now here's his X or strong attack. I personally find this attack to be pretty amazing and very useful in close quarters battle. Having a range attack with just one button press is just gold. Next, let's proceed to mixing up regular and strong attacks and combos. Here's one Y that goes straight to an X. This ends with our bro Yunobo picking up a big rock and punches it. YYX makes Yunobo do a rolling attack that we can extend by mashing the X button. Similar to YYX, but instead of performing a rolling attack, YYYX will make Yunobo do a spinning attack that can be prolonged by continuously pressing X. Demacia! 4 Ys going to an X makes our bro jump and upon landing gets punched back into the air by the Infinity Gauntlet. Ouch! This is the only combo that puts Yunobo in the air in a state where we have different options to pick from. More on this later when we talk about Bro's aerial combos. Similar to most champions in the game, 5 Ys to an X and 6 Ys to an X have the same combo finisher. A cannon would appear and our bro will be the cannonball. Breath of the Wild players know the idea behind this. Makes me think that this would actually be a better remote bomb effect for Yunobo. In any case, here's 5 Ys to an X. And here's 6 Ys to an X. So everything's been basic and simple so far. Let's go back to our champion information panel to have a look at ZR or unique action. The description says that ZR makes our bro eat a rock roast. Let me just read to y'all the longer description before we go into more details of how this works. Eat a rock roast to power up certain strong attacks and activate the power of protection. The activated power and correlating enhanced strong attack will change with each use. The last line that states your power of protection has been increased is Yunobo's enhanced ability, and it isn't a mechanic in his ZR. Aside from stating that ZR makes Yunobo eat a rock roast and activates protection, the real power of this ability was not clearly described. Let's begin to break this down by showing you that there are actually 3 types of protection, and we can recognize them by their color. Here are the 3 colors. So we have a bright yellow one that has this thing revolving around it. Then we have an orange one that looks more like the original protection skill from Daruk in Breath of the Wild. And the third one has more of a red hue, and it has spikes growing out of the shield. Let's take another look with the 3 side by side. So what do these colors mean? Each color is assigned to a specific strong attack. Let's take the bright yellow one as our first example. Notice the blinking pop-up telling us to use our strong attack? We don't see that in the other 2 colors. That's because a single strong attack is assigned to this bright yellow ZR. Again, this is how a normal single strong attack looks like. And this is what happens to a single strong attack that's empowered with Yunobo's unique ability. In the interest of time, let me skip showing you guys the original strong attacks and just go straight to the empowered ones. Here's 1Y2X, 2Ys to an X, 3Ys to an X, 4Ys to an X, 5Ys to an X, and finally 6Ys to an X. Here's a summary of which color works for which combo. Woo! Yunobo is certainly an interesting one. There are two ways to apply this to our gameplay. First is find the right color for the combo that we want to use, or the second is use what we get. The second will require a bit of memorization. We can now proceed to talk about the moves that aren't written on his information panel. First is wall jumping. There isn't a button in this game to make a character jump. What we need to do is dash towards a structure by pressing B, then the option to wall jump will pop up, telling us to press B again if we want to jump. Once airborne, whether from a wall jump or an attack that launched us in the air, and in this bro's case it's just 4Ys to an X, we have a good number of options of how we can follow up. Our first option is to simply glide away in peace, which I use to either avoid fights when I'm in a hurry or to reposition myself in a boss fight. Next is we can attack with a Y. This will make Yunobo bounce back to the ground like a ball, and we can make him bounce up to 50 times by doing non-stop Ys. This ability is kinda amazing as we can actually alternate gliding and bouncing till we decide to end it or mess up the timing. X on the other hand makes him splat back to the ground. We can also use X to end our Y bounce like so. Since we aren't carrying a shield, we lose the ability to perform perfect guards. If you don't know what that is, check out my guide to one-handed weapon link, links in the description. Even if we lost perfect guard, we still have access to Flurry Rush. This can be triggered by dodging with B right as the boss is about to hit us. Once it triggers, we just mash Y to destroy their weak point meter. Let me save my favorite moves for last, so let's skip to Yunobo's rune abilities first. Here's a quick look at his information panel on runes. We can activate a rune by holding R and then pressing X, Y, A, or B. R plus X activates stasis that can freeze enemies in front of Yunobo as he bounces on them. R plus Y activates remote bomb. Our bro plants bombs on the ground and proceeds to roll on them to detonate them like the bro that he is. R plus A is for Cryonis. This creates not an ice pillar, but an ice stage that works like a regular ice pillar that when timed right, it can stun a boss. Bro also gives us the option to press X to drop on the stage and smash it. The last rune is Magnesis that can be activated with R plus B. Yunobo spins in place with his magnet on to bring non-boss monsters in front of him and damages enemies around him. Now it's time for my favorite moves. Yunobo has two common weak point attack animations. Here's the first. And here's the second. Our bro does have other weak point attack animations depending on the enemy he's fighting. Like in my other guides, I'm not gonna include those here to avoid spoiling them for you. Next is his special attack. So once we fully charge our stamina bar by killing monsters, we're able to perform a special attack by pressing A. Not only does the special attack deal a ton of damage, we can use this to avoid the damage from big attacks that we are about to receive when caught off guard. When a boss is about to hit us, we can simply press A, and once the animation starts, the attack that was about to hit us will be cancelled. Click here to watch my full guide to another awesome bro, Sidon. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to get notified for more Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity content. Stay tuned for my next vid. Stay healthy, keep safe, and God bless us all.